Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Bryson McGowan, senior wrestler recently placed at the Missouri Valley Invitational. And Bryson, your performance in the Missouri Valley was highlighted by the win over Cooper Thomas at 285, who was ranked 5th. Tell us about that individually and also your overall performance in the tournament.
It's always good to beat a Grandview kid, just because they have a really good program. They had a lot going on, so when you beat one of those guys, you're doing something right usually. Just like beating a guy from here, you know, we do a lot of things right, so kind of one of those kind of wins. But throughout the tournament, I feel like first few rounds I was really wrestling really well. Semis, I kind of stumbled a little bit. Wrestled a guy that I'd wrestled before, didn't quite wrestle the way I wanted to exactly, but lost, came back, and then ended up wrestling Corey for like the 8th time. So, you know, it's all good though. I feel like we had I feel like I had a good tournament as a team. We had a good showing. We didn't hit our ceiling, which is good, you know, because it's January, but we had a good tournament. I had a good tournament. I was happy.
You were the first individual heavyweight champion at the Sooner Athletic Conference last year. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I really didn't even like think about it until someone said, I think Rich put it in an article, someone was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So it'll be cool to look back at and be able to say it was a goal I needed to get to the next step. So that was good. I like that about it.
Recap what made you an All-American at the NAIA Championships last year also.
Oh, man. I lost the first match, actually. I had to wrestle all the way back. And I had actually lost the first match the 2 years before that, so I knew how to get back to the blood round before. And then my freshman year, I lost by 3 points in the blood round. My sophomore year, I lost by 2 points. You know, so I knew how to get there, and I knew what I needed to do differently. You know, after losing by 5 points total the 2 years before, so I just knew what I needed to go out there and execute on and do to get over the hump, and I was just ready to do that, and I did, thankfully. So had to overcome some adversity, you know, some body ailments and whatnot, but it was good.
We had Corey Walker in here a couple of weeks ago. You guys have 3 All-American heavyweights in the room right now.
Yeah.
What is that like, and what does it do for you guys as far as your development?
It's awesome. Those are my boys. First of all, those are my dudes for real. But it's hard to explain because it's awesome having a group like that in there because you can do nothing but get better. But wrestling those guys every day gets tough. Like I know the look on Corey's face, like Corey's going to shoot on me, and Corey knows what I look like, and Gage like knows what I do. You know, knows like my hand motion. So in that, it gets tough. It gets a little monotonous at times, but at the same time, it forces each of us to go out of our comfort zones to learn new ways to, you know, get takedowns and get points and stuff. So that really helps. So grinding with those guys every day makes you a lot better for sure. Pushes you out of your comfort zone and whatnot.
Come from a wrestling family.
Yeah.
Your dad was your coach in high school. Your brother was on the team with you at OCU. What's it like having your family that close to you in the sport?
Oh man, it's something that it's a huge blessing. Not a lot of, you know, families get to experience that. You know, even my dad didn't. They didn't have wrestling at my grandpa's high school time. So, you know, having your dad as your coach is amazing. You know, it's a huge blessing, but it's also can be annoying. Well, not really annoying, but like he can't get away from it. So, which is good and bad at the same time. Like, you know, he helps me stay on course, but also at times I'm like, man. But he's usually right is the thing. So, and then having my brother on the team, that's another huge blessing that not a lot of siblings get to live through, you know. So I only got a few more months of that, but I'm just soaking it all in. It's awesome. He's a stud. He's gonna be better than me. So.
What does the upcoming schedule look like for you guys, including what's going to end up being your senior night duel coming up?
Oh, the senior night! Everyone come out. We're trying to get 1,000. So we're trying to fill up the gym, use both sides of the bleachers. We're just trying to create a electric atmosphere that everyone enjoys and just has a fantastic time at and get to watch some wrestling. So, I mean, a lot of people just hadn't been exposed to it. So once they come out and, you know, the Freedy's rocking and we're winning because, you know, we're going to win. So, but once they see that and they're like, wow, this is great. And then we'll have a huge wrestling culture built and it'll be fun every time.
What brought you to OCU?
Interestingly enough, like I love my hometown and I love Oklahoma, so I didn't want to go to college in Oklahoma. So, but Coach Campbell at the time had messaged me during football season my senior year, you know, which is like, what, you know, September and stuff, and I kind of was like, Well, I'll talk to him, but I don't know. But I came down to the end, and he was right there with me, never quit on me. So I came on a visit, gave him a chance, and I just felt right at home right away. I was like, man, this really feels like the place I'm led to be at. So I took one more visit, and I was like, I felt the difference. So I knew from then that I was meant to be at OCU.
What's your major?
Secondary education. Technically, it's a double major, secondary education and math. And then I have a minor in sports coaching and human performance. But that's just like a lot of words for high school math teacher and coach.
All right.
So, yeah.
Then it's obvious what your career goals are.
Oh yeah, I want to go and coach, and help. God gave me this gift of wrestling. I want to try to help a lot of kids through that. So.
All right, that's Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Bryson McGowan. You can follow the stars on OCUsports.com.
Come out senior night.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we've got wrestling coach Sam Hazewinkel. The Stars just finished 6th in the Missouri Valley Invitational recently. And Coach, 6th place finish in the Missouri Valley Invitational. Usually that's an event that brings together some of the NAIA's finest programs. What did you think about your team showing?
I was really happy with how we showed up. I thought we could have done better, but that's what coaches always think. The Missouri Valley Open, I believe it was 15 of the top 20 teams were there, and it was another 15 of the next 20 teams, I believe, were there. So the average bracket has 12 of the top 20 guys in the country there. I think 3 of them had 17 of the top 20. So it was a really good chance to see where we are for nationals, and I was really happy. We came into the season ranked 24th. We've been slowly moving up all year, and I don't feel like we peaked yet, which is good. You don't want to be peaking right now. You want to be peaking at nationals. So I'm really happy where we're at. I think we're on the right track, and the guys are motivated to keep doing better.
Individually, you had Montana Moon and Corey Walker as your highest individual finishers, both at 3rd place. What can you say about their individual performances?
Montana Moon was ranked 17th coming in, and should now be ranked in the top 5. He took 3rd there. I think 1 or 2 of the top 5 kids was missing, but he beat out, I think the number 3 and 4 were there, and both placed lower than him. So he's on the right track, man. That kid is he's gritty. He finds a way to win. He fights. He doesn't care what people are ranked, where they're at, who they are. He's just going to go out and wrestle hard, and he finds a way to win. I'm excited to see how much better he'll get in the next 6 weeks. Corey Walker has been one of our most consistent guys all year. He's good. He was ranked 1 in the semis. Unfortunately, got caught in a throw. He was winning and just got caught. And it takes courage to wrestle back after that when you're supposed to win and you lose somebody you're not supposed to. And he showed that. He showed some fortitude. He fought back. He got 3rd. Had to wrestle Bryson, his teammate, for 3rd and 4th. And we've seen that happen a couple times. With our guys. We got the best heavyweight room in the country. We got 3 All-Americans right now. 2 of them can wrestle. So we got Gage Johnson's redshirting, but we got Corey and Bryson out there fighting. Bryson was ranked 7th and took 4th. You know, he beat some guys he wasn't supposed to beat, and so we're doing things right at heavyweight. I just kind of leave him alone. Coach Powell works with them a lot. He does a good job with them, and I'm not trying to get involved with it because whatever they're doing is working.
You mentioned those two heavyweights, Corey Walker, Bryson McGowan. Also Chase Vincent at 174 is in the top 10. He's ranked 8th. So those three individually, how are their overall seasons going right now?
They're getting better every day. They really are. They're improving. All of them were ranked at the beginning of the year lower than I thought they should be, and all of them have moved up. Chase, another one, he should have won it. He was on track. He lost. He was winning, I think, 8-2 or 10-2, and same thing, just got caught in a big move and got pinned, and that kid ended up winning it. So I firmly believe Chase is right there, 1 or 2 in the country, and him and Corey both are going to be making title runs come nationals, and really all of our guys, because like I said before, we're not peaking yet. So a lot of these guys are going to move up in rankings. I think the new rankings come out later today, so we'll see where they rank us. But what do rankings matter? You know, Moon was 17th, he took 3rd. So I mean, in the bracket he was seeded 10th, and he took 3rd. So rankings don't mean that much. We don't put that much weight behind them. It's all about how you finish, and so far throughout the year we keep getting better, and I'm looking for us to finish really well.
Your dual lineup features 5 freshmen in the lineup. How are some of those guys responding? Who has stood out, and are they growing up at the pace you'd like them to? Yeah,
it's incredible how they're stepping up to it. Generally, you get a redshirt year in wrestling. Hardly anybody just steps right in, and we got 5 freshmen just stepping in this year, and a couple more that have are fighting for spots that, you know, that they're not even starting, and they're stepping in and stepping up, and they're showing a lot of courage, you know, and it's not easy. They're taking their beatings, and they keep getting up, and it's paying off for them. They're getting better at a much faster pace than kids that take that red shirt year, and it's going to pay off for them. I have no doubt they're learning a lot, and the ones we have in the lineup are going to do fine. I think they're all going to get to nationals, and we should have some All-Americans. One that really stands out right now is Jackson Gilmore. I think was seeded got ranked in the top 10 before his injury, and so we're hoping he should be back by conference and for sure by nationals. But he's one that if people aren't watching out for him, they better be, because he's every ranked guy he's wrestled, he's beat. So that's good.
What can you tell us about some of the guys that you've got coming in for the future?
We got a bunch of good recruits. We just signed recently 4 out-of-state guys that are really talented. One's transferred from Wyoming. Drake Foster, his sister goes here, so it was nice of Wyoming to release him and let him come here, and he'll be doing a senior year with us, and we expect him to make a big impact right away. And then we got 2 kids out of Nevada that have placed the last 3 years, I think, at probably the biggest tournament for high school, and they've placed every year. Look for them to place again this year, their senior year, and they'll come in and make things happen right away. And then we got one out of Delaware that's just finished setting every record for his school. So we got a really good group coming in. We've signed another kid from El Reno this week, and we signed a kid from, I'm going to say it wrong, Bridge Creek. So we've got 2 Oklahoma guys already signed. We look to get a few more of those. This recruiting class is going to come in, and they're going to be pushing, you know, the freshmen from this year. They're going to come in right away and be pushing them. So we're building something here. Look for us to keep growing and getting better. We're here to win. You know, we're here to show people what we're made of here at OCU.
Got an upcoming duel at Wayland Baptist. What do you expect out of that event?
I expect us to. Honestly, we're going to probably train through it. We have a better team. They have a couple ranked guys that we need to be prepared for, but on paper we should win, so we're going to train through it a little bit. We're getting ready for conference right now. We're 4 weeks out from conference, so we're starting that to make sure we peak right. But it's a traveling duel. There's cutting weight. You don't overlook anybody. There's a time to train through duels, but you never overlook anybody. So we're going to go in there ready to compete and expect to come out on top. I'll be upset if we don't.
What's unique about OCU?
You know, the biggest thing I've seen, and I've been here maybe half a year now, but it's the family. Like, everybody knows everybody. There's a family setting here that's just not at other schools I've been at, and I've been all over the country at a lot of different schools. And you know, when I first got the job, what really stood out to me is their professors like, "Oh, you must be Coach Hazewinkel." And I'm like, hello. Like I've never talked to a psych professor before. You know, when I've been a coach, it doesn't happen at big schools. And here, everybody knows everybody, and it's that way with the guys too. Everybody on campus knows who the wrestlers are, and it's not because we have a bad reputation or we're so, you know, we're that team at the school. It's just everybody knows everybody and their family, and the support here is unbelievable. It's something that it's hard to put in words, and I'm trying to figure out how to use it better to recruit, because I just try to get kids here. If they come in and they see the atmosphere and they hang out with the guys, they get it real quick. It's just hard to get it in words, but the family atmospheres, can't put it in words.
All right, that's OCU men's wrestling coach Sam Hazewinkel. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.